chaos is so important for us right now for a very important reason, and that is this. It has been revealed through science for the last 15 years that human behavior is undermining the web of life and destroying the ecosystem. And people don't realize, of course, that we evolved from the ecosystem. If the ecosystem goes, so does human life go. And so we're facing what is called the sixth mass extinction, which means obviously there were 5 previous mass extinctions. A mass extinction is when some cataclysmic event hits the planet, causing up to 75 to 90% of life disappearing. The last mass extinction was 66 million years ago.
The big meteorite.
The big meteor hit near the Yucatan Peninsula,
right, yeah.
upended the web of life and wiped out 75% of life, including all the dinosaurs disappeared. And today we're in the sixth mass extinction. But the unique difference between today's mass extinction and the previous ones is all the previous ones were natural events. Today's mass extinction is actually due to human behavior, that we're destroying the ecosystem from which we evolved. And if the ecosystem goes, so do we. In fact, NASA scientists have revealed that industrial civilization, the one we're in today, is facing, and they emphasize, an irreversible collapse within the next 2 decades. So all of a sudden it says, this thing is falling apart. And I go, but this is, you know, a lot of people are, oh my God, the thing's falling apart. As you mentioned, everywhere we look, there's chaos all around the world. And I go, this is a great thing. And people look at me, what do you mean it's a great thing? Because they're all like, oh my God, the thing's falling apart. And I go, the reason why it's a great thing is the civilization, the way we're running it today, is the cause of the problem. The only way out of the problem is to rewrite the structure of civilization. And the only way you can do that is break the old civilization down to build a new sustainable civilization. So when we see it falling apart, to me that's like, oh, this is great news, because if it doesn't fall apart, then this evolutionary upheaval, which NASA's been talking about, the extinction process, is not hundreds of years from now, it's actually within a few decades. So it says, yeah, if it doesn't break down, we're in a lot of trouble coming up right now. And we have to really learn how to live in harmony with nature, because all these years is like, oh no, we can dominate and control nature. That was a mission statement of science from the 1600s. Francis Bacon said the mission of science is to dominate and control nature. And it's like, so how's that working out? And I go, well, we're pretty much destroying ourselves with our knowledge. Maybe we should go back. And it's really interesting because 10,000 years ago, the indigenous people saw the planet in a much different way than we see it today. They saw it as a garden. They saw it as gardeners, that's what their job was, to help maintain it. And I shouldn't be telling you that, because you, the biochemist, went back into the indigenous world and went back into the more primitive people. They were not more primitive, they were culturally more advanced than we are, and really learned a lot from them. So you know exactly what I'm talking about, that how they lived in harmony and how we are not living in harmony.
And how they're announcing the collapse that we're going through. They've been announcing it for decades. It's in their prophecies, but you don't need to be a prophet. You need to just observe the ecosystem to know there's something seriously wrong.
Well, this is, you know, its toll is mounting every day. The loss of our terrain. We polluted the air, we polluted the water, we're polluting the soil, and then we expect to thrive in a world that we destroyed. It's not going to happen. So this is why when I see it falling apart, to me this is not a negative thing. This is actually a very positive move, because if we don't end the way we are living, then we will end our living on this planet in a very short time.